Welcome and good morning to another edition of the Friday Morning Commute. This is your host, Rovenda. Let's go ahead and get started on my way to work. So, wow, what a doozy of information this week. I have not read, I'm going to preface this with saying I have not fully read the Game Informer's article, and I've slightly stayed away from looking at it. I will cover a couple things that I know, but until then, let's go ahead and look at what Xur, our local Xur Year seller, has brought us this week in the Destiny community. For Titans, we have the No Backup Plan Gauntlets. For Hunters, we have the Graviton Forfeit Helmet. And for Warlocks, we have the Apotheosis Veil Helmet. For everyone, we have the Zalo Supercell, which is a wonderful elemental primary. There we go. I can speak words I can speak. And it is the only elemental primary out of year 2. I enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. You should pick it up if you don't have it. And if you're still missing some year 1 primary exotics, good news for you. Xur is selling the primary legacy primary exotic engram for year 1 exotics only. Remember, legacy engrams do not give you a chance at year 2 exotics unless you get lucky to get a year 1 that has a year 2 equivalent, and then you can purchase the year 2 equivalent with legendary marks. Now, with that being said, we look over at the post yesterday on the Bungie site, kind of the weekly update from Bungie, this week at Bungie, and they really let Game Informer have at Rise of Iron. So, if you didn't see, on about Tuesday or so, there was a episode, no, that's not right, edition, I guess is the best way to say it, of Game Informer that was released, and it contained a 16-page spread on Rise of Iron. Now, this is to not include everything that Game Informer is going to release over this month leading up to Rise of Iron. Now, with this being said, the hype train is so hard and long and full of people that it is unreal. But before I get too much further of my incomplete knowledge on the article, I want to say I'm hoping that Bungie is not playing all of their cards out very quickly in advance of Rise of Iron. I hope that we have some items to still explore, and I feel like this will still be the case. I haven't seen or really have been given too much about items and locations and what are we going to do. They haven't told us how to beat the raid yet, so we're at least in a position where day 1 of the raid, they're still unknowns, which is always a good thing. However, this article did bring us some great information. We're going to get an exotic Kostov auto rifle. I'm really excited about this. This is going to be a lot of fun. Supposedly we're getting Thorn back. Like I said, I haven't read the article, but with how people are talking about it, it makes me have some certainty that it's coming back. Hopefully it'll have some nerfs to it to bring the damage over time within a better range. And then to combat this damage over time, artifacts, and alongside this, artifacts are being given a rework. So, year 2, the Taken King come out. We have what's known as artifacts, and this is a class item essentially that, not quite a class item. It's similar, but not quite. That gives special abilities, chance to drop orbs, so on and so forth. Now, sorry. The abilities of these are pretty interesting. One is reduces damage over time effects, which is really nice. You know, there's another one that actually removes your super bar. You have no more super energy. However, you have an extra stack of grenade and melee damages, and I believe they recharge faster. So, we're getting a lot of these very customizable options on our Guardians, and it's very exciting to see what all Bungie really has in store for us for Rise of Iron and, you know, the roadmap until Destiny 2. You know, some other high-hitting moments is we will be seeing a return of SRL, or Sparrow Racing League. We're going to be seeing probably a more PvP aspect to it in some cases, but I believe the heart and soul of this will still be Sparrow Racing, and I'm really looking forward to SRL. I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. We got, you know, if you ever wanted to play Mario Kart in Destiny, that was kind of it. And it was a great way to get gear to race Kinderguardians. I actually had just gotten a PlayStation 4 last time Sparrow Racing League went live, and so I got to accumulate probably about 2 to 3 290 plus, actually it was more like 4 or 5 290 plus helmets and bonds for my Warlock that just has really allowed me to get my character up to that point where he is now on the PlayStation. It's really exciting times in the world of Destiny. Now, as always, we did have some Destiny maintenance on Thursday, I want to say, maybe last week. I know it was this week, but I think it was Thursday. And all of this maintenance is to kind of prepare the Destiny servers for Rise of Iron, the split of console families where Legacy will not be on the same path as current generation consoles. Essentially, we are taking Bungie's taking the Legacy consoles, saying, okay, here's your environment over here. Out the window. No. But we're really going to see a decline in Legacy console users. And it's really going to go in a maintenance-only mode. I'm really excited about this. We're going to see year 2, or I guess year 2.5. I don't know. I can understand why Bungie didn't want to give a whole, you know, please don't reference these as years because you're going to throw yourself off. Because as soon as Destiny 2 comes out, that's the true start of year 3. But I'll figure something out in my head. You know, we'll probably have Destiny, Rise of Iron. And so we could just say, you know, and just as a side note, we could say that the first year was Destiny, then this year is Destiny the Taken King. And the next one's Destiny the Rise of Iron. Or Destiny Rise of Iron. Yeah, because then, no matter, we could just say X had X many weeks. Yeah, that works. That's what I'll do. So, that comes out, oh goodness, about 6 weeks or so. Woo! The hype is real. Now, as we move forward towards the Rise of Iron, we have to remember Moments of Triumph. Last day to complete them is September 20th, right before reset, when Rise of Iron goes live. We have less than 2 weeks until the Legacy consoles are no longer able to complete the Moments of Triumph on the Bungie page, as to get credit there and to get a Moments of Triumph t-shirt code. And this does not mean that they are unable to fully complete the Moments of Triumph. They are still able to. They will just need to go to an Xbox One or PlayStation 4 and import their account to that console in order to be able to complete the Moments of Triumph on the Bungie.net site and get their t-shirt code. If they don't want a t-shirt code, then you just have to play forward until you complete them and get the shader and emblems and so forth. However, I have a feeling that most people are going to be trying to upgrade here within, 6 months anyways. Console prices are actually at a really, really good low. Even if you want to upgrade your current console to the next version, they're still decent prices. I personally, having just bought an Xbox like 3 months ago, Xbox One 3 months ago, am not looking to upgrade because I think I still have enough capacity. Now, the hype is going to be real for Rise of Iron and for the Game Informer article. So remember, feel free to check out the Game Informer website on Rise of Iron information all this month. They're going to be adding stuff to it daily. We're going to see new content. Bungie and the update this week mentioned that they allowed 3 journalists about a week's worth of information or a playtime with Rise of Iron, and this excites me. And especially to have a more respected news source like Game Informer review it and write this article on it makes me excited about what the future of Destiny is looking like. If we're getting more customizable content than what we have now, then there's going to be even more personality showing through our Guardians as we take down the darkness, and that excites me a whole lot. Now, on the flip side, I addressed this once already, but I have actually not read the article, and I'm actually torn between reading it and not reading it. And so, here's my reasoning behind it. I'm going to give you an example. Day 1 of the raid for Taken King, and almost everyone was watching or running it. Those who were running it had the opportunity to do something that they may not have been able to do before, where they got to experience it firsthand. They got to experience the frustration of deducing what the mechanics are. They got to experience the frustration and the joys of taking down each of the bosses as you go through. And then for, a select team, they got the achievement of completing the raid first, being the world's first raid completion. Now, with that being said, I never watched any of the raid until about 3 months ago. I was actually raiding last night with a group of people from Jay Sniperton's community, and one of the leader of the raid party has an API on her chatbot that shows how many raid completions you have. And so for only doing the raid, or only raiding since 2 months ago for King's Fall raid, I have 5 completions across 2 console systems. 4 hard mode, 1 normal mode. This is because I wanted the time to experience it firsthand. And up until that point, I really didn't have a chance to spend the time that I wanted to get a team to run it, and that wouldn't really, and that would take my desire to go kind of very unknown through it. So when I was able to run it with Jay Sniperton, it was a lot of fun because I got to experience, I've heard all these things about War Priest and so on and so forth, and bananas and monkeys, and then I got to experience them like, okay, this makes much more sense. And these mechanics, everyone says, oh, we didn't get past totems, or, war priest slaughtered us. Now it makes sense because I've experienced it myself. Now, as always, hope you guys are having a great time. I'm at the office, so I'm going to give a quick spiel one last time on what Xur is selling this week, and then I hope everyone has a great rest of their Friday. So for the Titans, we have the No Backup Plan Gauntlets. We have the Graviton Forfeit Helmet for Hunters. We have the Apotheosis Veil for Warlocks. The Zello Super Cell for everyone. And then if you're missing any exotics from year 1 that are primary, this week Xur is selling the Legacy Exotic Primary Engram for everyone. Remember, these engrams are only weighted for year 1 exotics. However, if you get a year 1 exotic that has a year 2 equivalent, then you're able to spend the legendary marks to get the year 2 equivalent. I hope everyone has a great day. I'm going to go have a great day at the office and try to be as productive as I can. As always, Guardians, I hope to see you later. I hope to see you Starside. Bye.